Okay, folks, let's talk Hatush. Hatush. Why am I calling it Hatush? Well, I saw a video where someone called it Hatush, and I think it was called Comic Lads. They called it Hatush. And they were expressing their disdain for Hatush and how it is treating Jason Todd. And I want, for one, to jump on this bandwagon of frustration involving how this is handling Jason Todd as a character. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's the thing. I very much like Jason Todd, the Red Hood, as a character. I very much like the character. One of the things, unfortunately, DC Comics tends to do with Jason Todd is they tend to give us Jason Todd in a circle. And what do I mean when I say this? Well, what I mean when I say this is that they tend to give us Jason Todd in a way that his history keeps repeating itself. We're on a constant circle, on a constant cycle of Jason is either at odds with the Bat family and or Bruce, or he is on board with them. He's friendly with them. He's working with them. We have had this pretty much going on ever since Under the Red Hood. And I'm going to add my voice to the list of people that have said, enough already. Enough already with the character assassination, with the backsliding of the character. Enough already. Enough. There's been actual growth in this character that constantly gets reneged on all the time, and that is currently what we're seeing here in this. And it pains me to say it. It pains me to say it because I, for one, consider this writer and this artist combination to be one of my favorites. Jeff Loeb is one of my favorite DC Batman writers in particular. So this pains me to see this. And I have to say, it feels like we have either creators that can't seem to get past the general narrative of Jason Todd, or we have people completely ignoring history involving the character. You see this every so often, and it's not just Jason Todd that it's happened with, where you have growth in the character, and then that growth is just in a moment, and quite frankly, unexpectedly, or maybe I should put it like this, quite frankly, done in a way that makes absolutely no sense. Now, the only thing I can say right now is that maybe there's a plan. Maybe there's a plan to make this all make sense by the end of it, and thus not negating the growth that the character has had over the last, we could even say over the last year to 2 years. We'll just go with that. Growth that the character's had, because honestly, because we are on this cycle constantly with the character Jason Todd, it seems like that is what we can go on. We can go on the fact that the character had growth over the last 2 years that has now been reneged on. Seemingly. What is this character assassination that's happening with Jason Todd and has happened with other characters within the DC universe? I want to point an example of Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is an example that I can make involving this because of the last run of Harley Quinn. I stopped reading Harley Quinn, which, if you've been following me for a while, that is a surprise, because I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. But I could not deal with the fact that the character was taking such a backslide, such a regression. And this is the same thing that is happening within the pages of Hush. So, I have to say, I really hope there's a plan. I really hope there's a plan that does not equate to this regression of progress in the character, a backslide, a character assassination almost. The end of the Gotham War, Jason Todd fought against intense fear brought on him chemically by a Zur-En-Arrh affected Batman to save Gotham City. If you don't know about that, take a look at the Gotham War. Take a look specifically and a Google search of Jason Todd Gotham War. Red Hood, Jason Todd Gotham War. Gotham War, Red Hood, Jason Todd. Any of those things can get you probably a few panels showing you how Jason Todd flew the bat plane, almost killed himself to save Gotham. Him teaming up with Hush makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is going to be something, or maybe I'm not missing something. I am a pretty good reader of comics, okay? I can guarantee you I am not missing something when I say that's what it looks like right now. Don't do it. Make it make sense by the end. Make it make sense.